Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. And what you're seeing right in front of you right now is some of the world's most important major indices. And really, what we've concluded a little while ago is that if these indices and really the stock prices move up, Bitcoin tends to move up as well. And it's pretty simple to see here that the indices have done some majorly positive moves, which again have been reflected by these crypto prices. Now guys, as a lot of you know, my native language is not English, and I spent a horrible amount of time trying to master that word. So again, if you appreciate the effort, I'm just kidding. I wanted to say, if you appreciate the effort, make sure you press a like button and subscribe. I did, however, really struggle with that word. It took me a lot of time. Now, my question of today is, guys, do you actually hold anything else outside of crypto, like stock or precious metals? Whenever I ask questions like that, a lot of you guys say, yes, or anything along those lines. But comment down below. You holding silver, gold? You holding books, or what are you holding that's really valuable to you? Let us know in the comment section down below. So basically, to conclude the start here, I think this major move in crypto is really inspired by the stock market, and that's also something we're going to be seeing happening for the next couple of years. The reason I'm saying that is because I think the stock market and Bitcoin right now are in such a spot where really the two are kind of intertwined. And how I mean that is, well, some more of these bigger speculators have really possibly just gotten basket with indices and Bitcoin kind of mixed up. Most likely with the idea to hedge it against stocks. But in the end, what happened is whenever stock goes up, there's a higher risk of stock doing bad. And so when stocks go up, people also buy into Bitcoin to kind of counter the fact of stocks going up and down later, and then you're having Bitcoin if the stock goes down again. You guys get that a little bit? It's because people anticipate for an inverse correlation in the future, which is why they're already getting that, which is helping with the positive correlation. I haven't read that anywhere. It's my own little thoughts, so it might not be credible at all, but it kind of sounds logical in the back of my head. Showtime for XRP. Ripple executive reveals plans for ODL remittance corridor expansion to APAC and EMEA. Now that is very positive, and that's actually one of the most major news pieces of today. If you're asking me, does this have anything to do with the price? Well, I would say no. But is this very positive for XRP? Well, definitely yes. San Francisco fintech firm Ripple is targeting expansion of its ODL, XRP-based payment solution, remittance corridors to APAC and EMEA, a senior executive of the firm has stated. Traditional Nostro Vostro require pre-funding, and of course, to kind of circumvent that, XRP's ODL was created. Ripple has already established 4 payment corridors that are currently enjoying high volumes of transactions. Now, according to Ripple's Senior Vice President of Customer Success, Marcus Treacher, the blockchain startup is looking to create new ODL corridors to Asia Pacific and also Europe, the Middle East, and Africa in the course of this year. In a new interview published by City AM, Treacher quipped, "We're also focused on expanding our on-demand liquidity service, which uses XRP as a bridge currency between 2 fiat currencies. This is the world or the first time that the digital assets are being used in production for an enterprise use case. We've established on-demand liquidity corridors into Mexico, the Philippines, Australia, and Europe, and we're hoping to further this expansion by opening corridors in the APAC and EMEA this year." So to a certain degree, I would understand if this were to pump up the XRP price. Because, well, these announcements are really what's positive for the use case, right? And really what's supposed to be determining the real value. However, the con, I would say, is that they're just saying they're planning to add it and that they have plans to get this all across. However, in the end, they've now stated that it's coming at this date or it's really coming up now, so just wait. They're just saying, hey, we're planning to do this, which is something we often like to call buy the rumor, sell the news. So in this case, it's not really a rumor, but it still kind of is, because even though it's an official rumor, they haven't really done anything in that regard just quite yet. Hopefully you guys get that. But it's just a little bit of a waiting game now for them to really do something instead of just claiming they will. And that's, of course, the big drawback to Justin Sun's statements, which is always an announcement of an announcement. He says, next week we'll make a big announcement. And once that announcement comes along, well, now you know something is going to happen in the future. But still, you're very far out of the real thing materializing. All right, the question here is Ripple the Jekyll and Hyde of crypto? Again, if I'm not pronouncing that right, just comment it down below what it's supposed to be. He cites the partnership between Ripple and Banco Santander, where the pair developed a blockchain-based mobile app that offers speedy transactions or international payments. The application completely overhauled the inconvenient process previously in place where a customer would have to visit a branch, fill in all forms, and then wait days for the recipient to receive the money. Now the bank uses RippleNet to offer same-day international payments with an easy mobile experience, he added. Well, guys, to me, it's all pretty damn juicy, it's all pretty damn good, and I think I know my way around and I know what the goal is. People who sold XRP at the bottom for Vechain Vet at the top. And then a little bit of a fun video here, which shows again, people getting hurt. And the reason I am showing you guys this is because it's not always smart to go ahead and buy the bottom, to buy the top, and when a coin is doing good. And sometimes it's better to hold once it's at the bottom. And to kind of elaborate on that, what happened with XRP is the price went down for a long consecutive time. And what happens is people start to lose faith. People want to get out of it, but they're too low to do that. With Vechain, the opposite situation was the case, where the price has been going up for such a huge amount of time that people want to get out to be safe and be happy with their gains. What happened here is, the price of XP went lower, Vechain went up, and people decided to switch their XRP holdings into Vechain. However, as often happens, at one point this switch occurs, and right now we're seeing that happen, where Vechain has been going down a little bit and XRP went up a huge amount, resulting in people getting kind of a double bad loss, which was again kind of shown in this video. However, the fundamentals of both are really, really good still, so it doesn't matter for long term, but short term, it might really hurt a little bit. XRP Brands here says on Twitter, and by the way, this came from Willy Wonka, have a feeling many people will be caught with their pants down when XRP takes off. It will be without warning and it will be violent. A little diversity is fine, but don't forget who the king of the jungle is just because he's taking a nap. And really, I don't want to promote these types of ideas just because I would say really, really diversify and don't put your eggs into one basket. Not even a little bit. Just go for really at least a five coin portfolio. Even if it's just 5% in every coin or just 5% in all of them, never put all your eggs into one basket. Really, just never. Don't do that. And on the contrary, I do want to admire what he says. That is because it really will be a situation of you'll be caught with your pants down. You wouldn't expect it because that's how it always happens. It really could be that the prices are going to go up by 80% tomorrow and you'll just be bamboozled because you couldn't predict it. You can tell and you didn't know. That's because nobody really can, and it's going to happen that way. So that's just a little bit of a warning to all y'all. Stay prepared, stay watching because, it might occur. And make sure you watch out. Now, something else I just noticed was on Forbes, and it said AI today, or is today's hottest technology, so CIOs need to learn how to protect it from copycats. And I've read the article, which is interesting, but really, it's about the title that really took my attention. Because we all can understand AI is getting more and more popular nowadays, and it's really amazing to see that Vechain is now attending this World Artificial Intelligence Conference in the next couple of days from 9th to 11th, at which they also get a spot to speak. Because that again just highlights and shows how popular this event will be and how influential this talk could be for them and really for the adoption of cryptocurrency as well. I think it's something we are underestimating and also something that really should be dive. How do you say that, guys? Put it in the comment section down below. Again, not a native English speaker, I try. Should be divin, deeper into, whatever, dove, nah. Should be dive, no, should be divin. I'm gonna go for divin. Here's how low Bitcoin needs to drop before it can take aim at $15,000. And the reason I'm showing you guys this is because it's simply not true. I don't know if you want to call it fake news, a little bit more on that in a second, but it's just something that's really not true at all. Really, to its core, is just plain wrong. Bitcoin posted a strong reaction to its recent dip into the sub 9K region. The support here has since allowed the crypto to climb over 2% towards a critical near-term resistance. How it trends from here could depend on the resolution of a pennant that has been formed over the past couple of weeks. And one prominent trader is noting that he is anticipating Bitcoin to soon decline towards 6K. He suspects that the buying pressure found here will be enough to help propel the crypto to new yearly highs at 15K. Well, again, here's how low Bitcoin needs to drop. It's not true because it never really needs to do that. However, if you read it a little bit further, you can understand it's just a clickbait title because he basically says, I expect the price to decline to 6,000 and then upwards to 15,000. But the title here says that it needs to drop before it will go up. It's simply not the truth. Nobody really can predict exactly what it's going to do, and especially not what it needs to do. And henceforth, you can understand that this is just a stupid title which shouldn't have been published, but alright. And now, talking about this fake news which I just mentioned, I saw a couple of these tweets pop up, and I'm, again, wondering what you guys think, but also, what the frick, man. How lame would it be to post my own tweets? Phase 1, April to May. Correct in April, what happened in May, BLM. June, July, August, nothing has and will happen. 100% accuracy till now. Don't forget, XRP is not just the standard, but the stand hard. Baba Yoga, or Baba Coke said earlier on, is this the same Twitter account? Yeah. Nothing will happen in April, nothing will happen in May. June, July, August, don't even bother. The real party starts now, but I prefer to drink champagne on New Year's Eve, don't you? Hey, I don't know what to fetch from this. I don't know exactly what you guys want to see from this as well. I'm really wondering exactly what you think he's going to predict or know or have what type of information he's got that you don't. If he's an insider or what you think or what you expect. I don't know. And I don't know how this can get so many followers when clearly a lot of these things are just, kind of aggregating, if that's not the word. Just pieces of hints or information that people have out there combined with a little bit of predicting, all right, with some, I don't know what the exact word for is once more, but it's like what the Simpsons are always doing. We're just kind of filling in the blanks of what may happen, right? And the reason the Simpsons are often referred to when you're talking about, this event is what the Simpsons predicted, is because that's their whole job, right? They try to predict these types of things because, well, they have a ton of freaking episodes, so they got a lot of time to do all that type of stuff. And they just go for a lot of these scenarios which might occur in the future, or which would, for example, have a high likelihood of recurring or happening, or they just either they go with things like that, or just some random ass things, and because they have so many episodes, you just find one to relate it all to. Point of that is, what these guys are doing is basically a very simple game, and I mean, I can't really talk about this types of pictures and with Q, for example, or these types of articles. I'm not going to really do anything surrounding that or even this. But whenever somebody says things like this, April to May, nothing's going to happen. Nothing will happen in May. These don't even bother. These texts are so simple and so freaking useless. If you attach value to them, please maybe unsubscribe right now. Reason is, these guys don't know. Please, these guys don't know exactly what's going to happen, because if they're not a real insider, and who's gonna do that in this really strange cryptic way on Twitter? I don't know. Why would you? What do you have to gain in that? Why would you do that? I don't know personally. Why would you keep it so weirdly cryptic and strange? Why not just be real, or just hand out to just a couple of people? Why the weird insider info? That would really just defy all logic, in my opinion. What he's doing here is just saying, all right, these months nothing will happen. Well, of course, a lot has happened in April. A lot has. But what do you count? A lot has happened in May. But what do you count? July, June, and August, a lot has happened. But he only says don't even bother. So it doesn't necessarily mean that nothing will happen. He says just don't even bother. So what is he referring to? Nobody knows, because, well, you can just add a lot of this stuff later. I can just tweet right now, nothing will happen in December, but wait for the 31st. And then just once the 31st occurs, I'll tell you either nothing to never get back to the story, or I'll tell you this is the new year, the mark of a new, better movement, or things like that. I can just make up a lot of new stuff because it's all kind of logic. You know, it's all kind of logical to... I don't even want to continue with all of this. You guys get it. It's just stupid to attach value to statements like this. Unless you can prove to me that it really has some facts with things like this, I just really dislike it. And also, to kind of stay on the path of fake news, don't get too hyped up by news that's already a little bit older. SAP or SAP XRP integration confirmed. Over 41,000 potential companies to use XRP. And a thing attached. It's old as shit, so I don't know why you would share this at all. At all. And I don't know what's going on, so again, please give me some new stuff. You can always send it to me on Twitter. But if it's stuff that's already really known, and you're just, I don't even know exactly what type of value this adds, and it gets so many likes and stuff, I think it's just a little bit of a waste of air or brain capacity. If you're learning something new, really amazing, I support it 100%. If you're trying to enlighten us with an older story by telling us some theory you have surrounding it, amazing as well. But here, I really don't know what the purpose of it is. I think it's completely useless. So yeah, not too happy with that. But guys, hopefully you still enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe. And I would definitely see you guys again in another one. But also, don't forget to support my other channels that are 5 Minute Crypto and Dusty Finance. I've been lacking on them for a little bit, but a lot of content is coming up soon. So follow them, and I'll see you guys again in another crypto video.